immortal words of American novelist Nathaniel Hawthorne, time flies over us but leaves its shadow behind. A lot can happen as the hours, days, and years whiz by. Old wounds heal, the world evolves, and nothing looks the same as it used to. Let's check out these 10 stories that showcase the power of time. What's up, Eknetics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Watch out for our #1 pick to see the fantastic 100-year time lapse of an entire landscape. Let's waste no time and go straight to the countdown. Number 10. Mars Rover Make-Under. In 2004, NASA sent 2 pioneering robotic rovers to Mars. One of them, the Opportunity rover, lovingly nicknamed Oppie, went on exploration missions and captured images that helped scientists know more about the Red Planet. At the time, the robot geologist took a self-portrait during one of his early missions. In 2014, Oppie commemorated his 10th anniversary on Mars by taking another self-portrait, which showed how his appearance had changed over time. The shiny solar panels are now covered with dust due to the planet's dust storms. But beneath this layer of dirt lies stories of how the rover survived its most challenging missions. Unfortunately, in 2018, a massive dust storm blocked the sun's rays from reaching Oppie's solar panels. After that, attempts to contact him through various methods failed until finally, NASA declared Oppie dead. Gone too soon. Thank you for your service, Oppie. Stick around because our #1 pick was a whole century in the making. Number 9. A Dog's Life. Kids grow up so fast the parents always wish they could slow down the hands of time. Same goes with furrins.
Attaboy.
Photographer Amanda Jones spent 20 years on a series of portraits featuring various dogs. For her book titled Dog Years, Faithful Friends Then and Now, Jones photographed 30 dogs at both their young and old ages. The juxtaposition is incredibly sweet and poignant at the same time. Despite the pup's obvious signs of aging, one thing remains the same: the unbreakable bond between the pets and their beloved humans.
Great dog.
Number 8. Time is liquid gold. If there's one industry that benefits the most from the passage of time, it's the wine and liquor industry. And in this distillery in Scotland, you can get a closer look at how whiskey just gets better and better in time. Inside the warehouse of the Glengoyne, visitors can see up close how whiskey matures inside a cask or wooden barrel. Each bottle represents 1 year, and all in all, these glass containers exhibit how the alcohol ages over 30 years. The type of cask the whiskey is stored in also plays a huge role. The color gets darker over the years as the whiskey absorbs the flavor and color of the wood. The barrel's previous contents may also add a unique spirit to the drink. One more noticeable thing is that over time, the alcohol volume lessens. That's because about 2% of the liquor evaporates per year due to the porousness of the barrel. I guess the heavens get to enjoy happy hour too with all that vaporized spirit. Number 7. Ride in the Wild. Witness how Mother Nature pimped this man's ride over the years. In his 20s, Finnish man Pekka Nummelin bought this seafoam green 1967 Ford Anglia. However, the car struggled through the harsh winters and Pekka drove it for 20 miles every day on dirt roads until one day the engine completely conked out. And Pekka and his brother towed the car into the woods behind their house. Pekka later relocated to the other side of town and completely forgot about his retired vehicle. 40 years later, Pekka and his son decided to pay the old house a visit, and they found the Anglia in the exact same spot, covered in moss and sunken by almost 6 inches into the ground. It does look like Ron Weasley's flying car stuck in the Whomping Willow, don't you think? Number 6. The Curious Staircase of the Leaning Tower. Considered as one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy sure has stood the test of time, but not without suffering some visible wear and tear hiding within its circular walls. One look at the winding marble steps leading up to the bell chamber and you'll see how eroded they've become despite being made of marble and stone. It almost looks like some giant sat and left a butt mark on each of the steps. That's 500 years worth of foot pressure for you. Number 5. Spiritual stamp. Now this is how you literally leave a mark. A Buddhist monk named Hua Chi has been praying in exactly the same spot in this temple in Tongren, China for over 20 years. After 2 decades and saying 3,000 prayers each day, his footprints have become ingrained on the wooden floor, inadvertently symbolizing his unwavering devotion. The deepest part of the engraved footprint measures 1.2 inches, which marked the balls of his feet. If this isn't enough sign of undying faith, I don't know what is. Needless to say, other young monks at the temple want to follow in his footsteps. Number 4. 1,000 rubs. The Moscow metro station are known for their ornate architecture. Still, one specific bronze statue shone brighter than the others, which locals call the Lucky Dog. A tradition of touching this dog's nose for good luck allegedly began with students who wished for luck in their exams. The quirky pilgrimage to the underground patron dog eventually rubbed off on other metro passengers who started touching its nose as well for a bit of fortune. As a result, the dog's nose glistened as it lost its surface coating over time. Compared to other statues which still contain details, the dog's nose has slowly lost its shape and features, and only the holes are left. Another statue that has been fondled way too much is this sculpture in downtown Munich, Germany. A statue of Juliet Capulet from Romeo and Juliet. The bronze statue's right breast is visibly glistening from all the inappropriate touching. I can't even imagine going rub-a-dub-dub on those sculptures post-pandemic.
What?
Number 3. Land after time. In this age of climate change, nature can drastically transform in just a matter of a few years. In these photos taken 3 years apart, witness how a lake turned into a grassland. Though they might seem like 2 totally different locations, the tree line in the distance indicates that it's precisely the same exact spot. Lakes have been drying up worldwide, and one of them is Bolivia's Lake Popo. This body of water used to be Bolivia's second largest lake, and locals lived off its waters. Sadly, decades of water diversion, droughts, and rapid evaporation due to warmer temperatures made Lake Popo disappear. What's left now is just a dry, salty expanse, a far cry from its glory days as seen in this satellite image taken in 1986. Will the lake be able to recover someday? Only time will tell. Number 2. Every step of the way. This amazing viral video, which has already amassed more than 49 million views on YouTube, was shot and produced by German writer Christoph Rehage when he spent an entire year walking for nearly 3,000 miles across China. His journey started on November 9, 2007 in Beijing, and he stopped in Urumqi in northwestern China almost 1 year later. He documented his trip by taking a selfie every 20 to 30 miles. The 1,400 photographs illustrated how he shaved his head, grew a lion's mane, along with the changing terrains and weather conditions he went through. Christoph said it took over a year to plan this epic adventure, and it's sure well worth all the trouble. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content, and of course be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1. The 100-Year Time-Lapse Project. In 1909, Swiss aviator and photographer Edouard Spelterini took a series of photos of the Mer de Glace, or Sea of Ice, a valley glacier on the northern slopes of Mont Blanc Massif in the French Alps. Spelterini took the aerial shots during a transalpine balloon crossing. The photos showed the breathtaking glaciers in its antiquity and detail. In October of 2017, aerial photographer and digital visualization researcher Dr. Kieran Baxter recreated the 1909 images and generated 3D models using photogrammetry software. They put the photos together to create this fantastic 100-year time lapse, which shows the glacier transformation unfolding right before your very eyes. Unfortunately, due to climate change over the last 100 years, the glacier surface has dropped around 100 meters from its original position, and they expect the Mer de Glace to shrink dramatically in the coming decades as a result of global warming.
No! God, please, no! No!
Whoa! Where did time go? How about you? How has time changed you? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? If you've got more time to kill, then I highly suggest you check out our list of the 12 most amazing finds archaeologists still can't explain. You'll thank me for it. Till then, stay timeless, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.